Truma, makers of the Combi Heater and iNet system, are proud to sponsor Practical Motorhome TV.
Welcome to Practical Motorhome TV, and just like Alistair and Practical Caravan TV, we're here at the NEC. Coming up, we have a hot new low profile from Auto Trail, a cracking van conversion from Auto Cruise, and an amazing A-Class from Francia. Now, it's setup day, so you're going to hear the odd clang, but in fact some of them could just be me name dropping. You see, twins are all the rage at the moment. Think Beyonce and the Clooneys, both expecting twins. But Auto Trail has been in the twins game for a number of years. The Frontier Scout has twins too, a lounge at the back and a lounge at the front. And for 2017, it has a re-engineered back end. Check out this amazing spare wheel holder and this rather natty window. Plenty for people to admire should they get stuck behind you on the motorway. And the good looks continue on the side of the vehicle. Check out these fetching alloy wheels and the way that they've integrated the awning in the roofline, so there's no aerodynamic threat, and we all love a bit of that. Another thing that I particularly love about Auto Trail motorhomes, of course, is this umbrella, free with every purchase. Now, the front lounge is in fact a full dinette with seats facing each other. No piddly half dinette round here, thank you very much. And the seating group is around a large picture window, so you can enjoy some fantastic views while you're chowing down. Behind here you can see that where there would normally be overhead lockers is in fact a double bed over the cab. Now, that's a substitute option that you can have on this particular van should you really wish to have people to stay overnight with you. And I'm not sure if I had something as lovely as this, I'd want to extend the hand of friendship myself. Now, the sink has an integrated drainer, very clever indeed, and that goes with the smart mixer tap. Good attention to detail there. Underneath here we have racking for fruit and veg or other items like that that you can slide in and out. Very neat solution. Next to that, some more smart thinking with this semicircular door, making the most of the space available inside. And don't worry, up above, the old faithful overhead lockers with racking inside so things don't get detached while on the road. Further back, slightly disconnected from the kitchen, but not really major problem, is this rather imposing fridge. Very user-friendly at waist height, so no problem loading it. But what I particularly like more than that is this slide-out fridge unit underneath to keep your bottles in. Perfect for bon viveurs who want to keep the minibar flowing while on the road. Well, not literally. Now, us Brits love an end lounge, of course, and that's why the Scout delivers such a fine interpretation of it. It's fine-tuned for British buyers. As you can see, the triple aspect windows and the roof light up above let plenty of natural light flooding in. And the ambient lighting is well taken care of too, with these underlocker lights and these LED spotlights, all very ergonomic and aesthetic. And this back end of the van converts into the premier sleeping space using the caravan-style bedding. Yes, the rope slats pull out from the chest that I'm sitting on into the gangway here, and then you rearrange the cushions in time-honoured fashion. Now, the great thing about a midships washroom, of course, is that it divides the sleeping spaces at the front and back of the vehicle. So if you do decide to have these guests that I alluded to earlier, then your paths shall never cross should you need to use the facilities in the middle of the night. And what of the washroom itself? Well, it's rather well appointed. There's a swivel loo on the right-hand side as you enter, and a rather bijou shower compartment on the left, which has a handy hook for drying your towels. In the middle is a vanity unit with a half-length mirror lit by LEDs. Now, this Scout, as seen, including this fetching umbrella, will cost you just over £70,000 on the road. It has an MTPLM of 4,500 kilograms, so you'll need C1 entitlement on your driving licence to be able to drive one. The payload, though, is also very impressive, 880 kilograms. So for the sociable couple that like the end lounge, take a lot of kit and caboodle with them, this van will be something truly to aspire to. And you have to say that it could take you beyond the frontier of your touring ambitions. A-Class motorhomes come in all different shapes and sizes, but if you're in the market for one that's 6.5 metres long, then how about this, the i640 SD from German manufacturer Frankia. Now, Britain is the most important export market for the company, so they fine-tune their designs to the needs of us Brits. So what's so interesting about that, you may ask? Well, I just like to say we should definitely have a look at the rather large front lounge, and that's just for starters. But first, a little bit of background about Frankia. In the 1990s, the company pioneered the use of double floor technology. What does this actually mean? Well, a quick look down here reveals all. You can see that there's a storage cavity in between the lower part of the floor and the upper part of the floor, and when it's not being used as storage, you put the plumbing there so you can tour all year round in any kinds of conditions in vehicles like this. Double floor technology has been rolled out practically across the whole of the A-Class market, but Frankia were definitely a few years ahead of the curve. So how about this for the perfect space in which to while away a rainy Sunday afternoon on tour? You have to say it's practically perfect. 2 metres long, that's 6 feet in old money. Acres of space in which to get sociable. You could probably get between 6 and 8 people in here in supreme comfort. Now, if you're wondering where the table was, and I must admit I was when I entered for the first time, you can either put a freestanding one in the middle here, or better still, the delete option in this van has been invoked, so there's no table on rails, but it is possible to have one, so you can shuttle it from one end to the other. And how good is that? Now, the i640 SD is an out-and-out two-berth. The sleeping arrangements are taken care of by an electrically operated drop-down bed. So far, all fairly standard A-Class fare, you would imagine. But no, there's more to it than that. For an £878 cost option, you can make this bed into a duo bed. What's that, you may ask? So let me explain. You just pull here to extend the mattress. Out it comes. Push it all the way back. Grab this filler cushion from here and pop one of these in on either side, and that makes a bed that measures 1.9 by 1.9 metres, which is positively whopping by anyone's standards. And what's so interesting about that? Well, it allows you to sleep longitudinally rather than transversely, so you can get to the washroom in the middle of the night without disturbing your partner. Now, this galley is small, but it's perfectly formed. Look at this lovely worktop here and how the sink infill is so precisely cut. You just take it away like that and pop it back in. But there's more. Another little feature here is this pull-out section that allows you to put the sink infill into position and create an extra piece of worktop. And that's in addition to another section, a little drainer and a smaller sink here at the back. Look under here, dual fuel hobs. Electric to go with the 3 gas burners, and that's on top of a separate oven and grill. And keeping up the separates theme, on the other side of the van you have a fridge with a separate freezer compartment, excellent for the needs of a couple on tour. And moving back, if you want to keep things tidy, don't go looking for the bin in one of the drawers or in the habitation door. No, it's right here. So you can drop your discards and then put the lid on, all very nice and easy. So that means that there's basically everything in its place, and there's a place for everything. Now, an in-bathroom is another function and feature that is much prized by the British motor caravanner, and the one at the back of this Frankia is definitely very good indeed. You get a ceramic bowl on the cassette loo, for example, and that's to go with glass doors on the shower compartment, which looks very, very boutique hotel. And speaking about boutique hotel, just check out this sink and mixer tap, and these mirrors, absolutely amazing attention to detail, and very luxurious indeed. And the luxury theme continues here in the midships area. Don't go looking for any pesky controls mounted on pieces of wood in a van like this. Oh no, they're behind a locker door. Very tastefully done. You'll find the master control panel there and the controls for the Truma heating above the controls for the bed. And next to that, this cocktail cabinet with engraved stemmed glasses to toast your good fortune earning a vehicle as amazing as this. And I'll drink to that. Now, the i640 SD is in the F-Line section of the Frankia portfolio, and that means it's based on the Fiat Ducato with Alco chassis extension to create that double floor. As standard, the engine is a 2.3 litre turbo diesel producing 130 bhp. This particular van has the high chassis pack option fitted, so it has a 150 bhp engine. It also has leather surround on the steering wheel and gear stick knob, chrome rings around the dash, instrument clusters, very nice indeed, and cruise control too. All these things making the base vehicle feel less of a delivery van and much more like a top-of-the-range A-Class. The Frankia i640 SD will cost you from just under £80,000 on the road. That's the starting price. Bear in mind that you can add a load of bells and whistles to it, and that these vans are built to order, so you're getting something unique to you. The MTPLM as standard is 3,850 kilograms, and the payload is just under 700 kilograms, so that's more than enough for the touring couple on the road. Now, I have to say, you get what you pay for. Well, I would say that, wouldn't I? You would retort. Yes, I would, but from the 6.5 metres from front to back, this is a cracking piece of kit. Ah, Mr. Bond, I've been expecting you. Sadly, we have to take a short break, but we'll be back in a few minutes.
Truma, makers of the combi heater and iNet system, are proud to sponsor Practical Motorhome TV.